Well, good afternoon, everyone. We are a bit late on our schedule, so we'll try to be effective on our side. First of all, I would like to thank Nest for setting up this stage and setting up this panel to discuss a very important topic. Metaverse is becoming part of our lives these days. It's actually one of the fastest growing technologies these days. And one report that I read from PitchBook last week, we have an investment of 115 billion euros in the last 10 years to explore this technology. The ones that know me know that I'm a passionate for technology. I heard from Gerd this morning that perhaps too much passionate for technology, because technology has one beautiful thing, which is inspire us to dream with things that are not here, inspires to build the future, inspires to build new business models, but has also a dark part of it, which is sometimes frustration, because we hear about lots of technologies coming in, and most of the business units are not allowed to use it. They don't even understand how they work. Therefore, they cannot use it in their businesses to actually make the success of those companies. That's why we are fortunate to have 3 excellent cases of using Metaverse, and we hope that by the end of the panel, we can understand what is, how does it work, and what were the steps that 3 companies did in delivering and working within this technology. So with no further delay, I would like to ask Jonathan Gomez Punzon, head of Malaga Tourism Board, to lead us through the presentation of this project. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry I don't speak Portuguese, so I'm ashamed about that, because you all Portuguese speak perfect Spanish, or Portuñol, but we don't speak anything about Portuguese, so it's so ashaming. Very fast, very quick, because we are running out of time. Please, you are all of you welcome to visit the wonderful city of Malaga whenever you consider. Malaga is the best case study on Metaverse and NFT applied to tourism in Spain, currently set by Spain Tourism Board, and I will be, sorry again, super fast. But where it comes from, why Malaga is so popular in terms of connectivity, in terms of technology, whatever, you know what it is. And 3 key points. We have 3,000 years of history. We have 20 million passengers. So we created an international ecosystem from a long time ago. We're the city in Europe with the largest amount of museums in pedestrian area, 35 in total. We're the second port of Iberian Peninsula, and we are the hometown of Picasso. This year is the 50th anniversary of the death of Picasso. We have currently 200 smart city projects in the city. We're the hometown of National Digital Contents House, which is also a key point for us to be a developing city in this way. But we are leaders in tech. How do we reach this point? Since 1 decade ago, our mayor had the vision to bring into the business IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, up to 500 top technology companies that are now in the city, and most of them as the only one headquarters in Europe. This is named Malaga Valley. Currently 639 companies, and coming more and more. That's why it's also a demand from Palo Alto to have a direct flight from San Francisco to Malaga in 2024. So it's something crazy that unfortunately is elevating prices and everything you can imagine in the city. But 10 years ago, we began to tracking everything in the city. We track the water, we track the pollution, we track the air, we track the path of the people. And we do in a system ruled by artificial intelligence, or our budget, which is currently this year 900 million euros. We track absolutely everything, and we can place in those items we consider better, which is the best light, which is the best way to treat our gardens. Everything is taking decisions by human, but all the diagnosis is led by artificial intelligence. I would love to show you this video, which is 3 minutes, but I cannot. This is a new thing coming up in the city that gives you an idea of what's going on.
This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the chance to feel alive. Nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna top this, nothing like we've ever seen. And I raise my hands to the sky.
Google chose us to be the first safety engineering center in the world that never happened before outside of the United States. So this gives you an idea on how important we are on this. So what we did, taking the most of these people in the city, we got some new technologies that most of you know, how to analyze, how to track visitors, how to do everything related on that. Sorry to be so fast, but it's what I have to do. We have beacons in the city integrated by Microsoft. We match the carrying capacity on the beaches. We control the level of jellyfishes, the control of the waves, the temperature of the water, everything provided to citizens and to the tourists. We track the public mobility control with an open data portal we have. All our experiences in the city, you can find it online by the museums and by the tourism board. And we have a new app, a new web with artificial intelligence. I cannot get into detail. But the most exciting projects we have now, the first one is that all the city, 210 cameras in the city, we track the emotions of the visitors. We track the emotions. We know among 25 emotions how they are feeling, happy, angry, surprised, whatever. It's absolutely legal because we don't record, so we match the GDPR, but the artificial intelligence algorithm, it thinks that is taking the emotions of one thing, not a person, not a name, not anything. But what we take from this is the IP of the telephones of the person. This technology takes 20 centimeters length out of the emotion and recognizes the IP. So I can track where the Portuguese are in the city and where is the most important or amazing emotions they're having in different parts of the city. Another company from Malaga, haptic sensitive jacket, we are using this to showcase videos of Malaga, and you can feel the wind, you can feel the air, you can feel the water in your body and the glasses. Something unique that it doesn't exist in the world, and we are the first destination to have this sensitive jacket. We are the first one on having 5G zero latency for tourism virtual visits. We have with us today my colleague from Visitas Virtuales, one of the leading companies in Malaga, is there, and I will be there if you want to join us later for drinks and comments. We are open because we don't have time. And augmented reality on past tracks. We are very famous on Easter. We are the most popular Easter festivity in Spain. And as you can see there, no matter the part of the year you go there, you can check how was in that concrete corner of the city, the Easter parade. And then we said, okay, we have all this knowledge, but we want to jump into Web 3. So first of all, we were exploring on the central land and these kind of things, and we began to put some kind of avatars with Malaga, T-shirts and skins, and we placed them in many different, but we began to work with Meta on this idea because Meta is established also in Malaga. So from blockchain, NFTs, everything was leading on Metaverse, and we thought in the city, okay, Metaverse, should we jump on that? Of course, but why for? So our case study comes from the co-creation process. We call the 60 top companies we have in the national poll contents that my colleague is there, as you can see, with the red shirt, came with us today. And we said, okay, help us to understand which is the best metaverse for the Malaga. We want to engage, and we want to bring people to the city. We want to get these two objectives. And one of the companies is an example. It's world leader on technologies applied for engineering in Metaverse. These are real hands, this is real people. I cannot get into details, sorry again. But we asked them, okay, let's build the Metaverse to become the first Metaverse in the world that is only not live, not real, but also that you can include a lot of experiences and a lot of activations and a lot of things to bring more value. And we said, okay, we created a complete digitalization of the city. This is real, about the Metaverse. And I will show you, but I cannot show you more. We said, okay, which is the best thing and why to get the Metaverse? It's the 50th anniversary of Picasso, this year, 2023. 2 days ago, we launched it in a gala in the city of Malaga. And we said, why don't we create the life of Picasso? So we got all the city, we digitalized all the central pedestrian area, and it takes you to travel to the ages of Picasso. So you are able to discover the city of Picasso, hand by hand with the friends of Picasso. We cannot use Picasso because of rights of the family, but the kids, the friends that they used to play with him in the square, everything you could imagine, you can do it. This is me with the glasses. This video is taken from my own experience in the city. And we said, okay, what are we going to do in the metaverse? We are going to have digital exhibitions from MoMA, from Saint Pompidou, from the Royal Academy of Arts, all the exhibitions from Picasso that you can imagine. You don't need to go to London, whatever. All of them will be in this metaverse. And in this place, which is named Venga Virol, we are going to have the first virtual reality experience lab for Picasso celebration that will be open for all year, where you can get your glasses and you can experience the life of Picasso, including into the metaverse. We're going to have exhibitions, we're going to have conferences, up to 25,000 people at the same time in the metaverse. But with the jacket and with the, remember the emotional tracking and remember the IP tracking, what we wanted is to understand more our travelers. So what we did, we got the Lewis model on how the people behave when traveling, and we sum up the emotions, and we are training our tourism workers in the city to understand which is going to be the behavior of the different nationalities when coming to the city. So we're the first city to have this live training through Metaverse, because we upload into all these people how the Russians are going to behave, the Brazilians are going to behave, and the people can train in advance. But for us, we said, okay, that's the Metaverse, we want to reach it, but let's make some gasoline into the Metaverse, let's put it on. So what we did, we created the first DMO NFT system in the world. It's already open. So we can put NFTs all over the city, we can make gamification, we can bring rewards, and the most exciting thing is that you can redeem once you are in the city. So in the metaverse, we're going to include NFTs, and in the city, we're including already NFTs. One example, Davis Cup. In Davis Cup, it was 2 months ago. It's coming again in November next year, and we put some NFTs on Davis Cup around the city. And the people went there, and people grabbed it, and they got tickets for Davis Cup. So it allowed us to bring the people along the city and around the city to those places that we want the people to be there. People is spending less and less when traveling because of the crisis we are suffering. But with this idea, we can boost their spending opportunities, just inspiring them to spend around the city through the NFTs, because we give a lot of giveaways. People say not to buy local, Amazon, digital, and once again, we boost it because our local handicrafters, we invite them to design NFTs for us, that the travelers grab it for free, and then they can sell it, they can buy it, and they can get money. We have one thing which is green causes, that the people can also donate through NFTs or cryptocurrencies for refurbishing the Arabian Castle or anything as well. Gentrification is dead because we move people around the city giving these giveaways. And funding, this is the most exciting thing. I told you, you get an ownership of NFT, but you can sell it, you can buy it. But these transactions in the crypto blockchain world has a gas fee. The gas fee, who owns the gas fee? Half blockchain, half destination. So we get funds from this thing. So it's really amazing. And finally, sustainability. Our blockchain is named Chia. Chia, it was created by Costa Rica government and Palo Alto designers, and it's famous because it consumes only 0.16% of total Bitcoin energy in the world. So we are fully sustainable doing that. Finally, we manage with a very easy dashboard where you can create NFTs, place it whatever in the city, the length, the duration, different things that you could imagine. Also, the last thing we did is giving 200 T-shirts of Malaga Football Club. No problem, is the last one in second division. We will be back to first division, but you can get the T-shirt for free. It was a very, very, very powerful success. And honestly, this is a new door that is being opened for destinations, and now we can all get the most of that. Even the funding we got in the green causes, in 1 month we have, from 1st of January, we have 1,164 donations through NFTs for the city. So we build upselling, we improve the training of the people and the nationalities, the sense of belonging, we earn more awareness, we spread the current capacity and control it, we upgrade the experience, we redeem for travelers, we engage those travelers, we build the loyalty, we showcase the city much more through Metaverse, we inspire people, we build exclusivity, and we get the ownership. And I need a bit of water. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Jonathan. Fascinating project, and I think we could be all afternoon digging into the specific features of your platform. Now I'd like to move to Mafalda Ricca, CEO and founder of XPlora. And I think we have a video for introducing XPlora.
Travel. Once we enter an exhibition, what do? We see, we watch, we admire, but we can't touch. Sometimes we can't even hear all about the amazing stories behind each exhibition or destination. Museums are traditionally built to exhibit and preserve ancient heritage or valuable art, but that is changing. But what if we could touch, change, create, feel it, and engage with our 5 senses? What if we all could make a museum come to life? Or have a stadium tell you memories of great goals? Or even turn the streets of a city into open history books? That's what XPlora is all about. Expanding the physical limits of any museum or the art-shaped stories of a city, connecting travel and culture lovers to museums, cities and venues, allowing travelers to immerse on their stories and collecting unique benefits from that. It is all about going beyond just visiting, enabling them to change, to feel challenged and create, to connect, to share, to experience their favorite destinations like never before. And because the future is an incredible opportunity for extended and sustainable tourism, XPlora is reaching this future before anyone else does.
Thank you. Now we move to our last speaker, Teresa Sousa. She's manager at a Center of Excellence of Innovation and New Businesses at Banco BPI, and we also have a short video to highlight the project. Great, well, thank you very much. Now, at least we know it's real, it exists, and people actually, real companies, are doing real projects with this. So I think that's a very first conclusion that we get from here. I have a few questions with the limited time that we have for answers. I would start with Teresa to say, banking was probably one of the first business to go digital in the relationship with your customers. You were also the first threatened by competition that came from new technologies as fintech. How came the idea for you to jump in Metaverse, and how do you think you can add value to your customers?
Okay, thank you. So I think what we consider the Metaverse for us as a bank, it's represented by 3 different events, and it raises different challenges. So on one side, you have the M worlds, which are the virtual worlds with thousands of active users and with an economy of billions of euros every year. So how can we be a part on that economy? Then you have blockchain, digital assets. That's obviously coming, and as a bank we have to pay attention to it, because self-custody is a giant business also, and as a bank we have always had a custody role, so we should be looking at that also. And then there's these technologies, AR, VR, mixed reality. They are exponentially growing, and adoption either from companies or from people in general, is raising a lot. So you were mentioning that banks were really engaging digitally with customers, and a couple of years ago we were really focused on home banking. And when smartphones appeared, we didn't think that that would be a channel where people would do banking operations through a smartphone, a small screen. So I think that's where we lost the timing, and when fintechs showed up and had a full banking experience on your smartphone. So we don't want to make that same mistake again, so we decided to bet on this technology that we truly believe as a new way to communicate with our clients. So we launched BPI VR, which is a virtual branch. You can download it on your Quest, Oculus, if you have ones on an eye at your place, or you can go to one of our branches and experiment. So yeah, we decided to go for that because we don't want to stay behind, and we want to learn with this journey. As you can see it now, it is a showroom of what we have on our website, yes, but we want to go further with this. We want to create some interaction with your account manager. We want you to be at home, turn on the glasses, and meet your manager there. You can say, I can do that with a Teams meeting too, but it's completely different. I encourage you to try it out with these glasses and see the difference. And then on the other side, we don't want to do this alone, so we want our partners to do this with us. For example, you saw a watch, a jewelry. We have a lot of partners, and we sell products of all types of products, and we are interacting with them for them to have their own branded space with their digital twins, with content there. So we want to do this together with partners, and this is extensible to all partners, being football, golf, tourism. So the word of today, I think it was collaboration. We heard it in all of the conversations we had here. So we are in this journey, and we invite you to come with us, and let's explore all the opportunities we have. We saw a great example of what we can do with this technology in Malaga. Why shouldn't we be doing this for the regions inside of Portugal? They are not that well known by people. Just to finish it out, one of the things we always do when showcasing the glasses, besides showing BPI VR, obviously, we always show people a trip to Petra city. And they take the glasses, and it's the experience they love the most. And all of them say, okay, I really need to go to Petra. So I think it shows really the interest and the applicability that it has to tourism. So my call to action to you is we are open to conversation, so come explore with us. We already have this platform, and we want to build on top of it.
Okay. Thank you, Teresa. I'm now moving to Mafalda. Well, you have a startup that is having an interesting journey, and I've been following it. My question is the sector ready for the digital transformation that these technologies bring? Or are they open to invest in technologies like this to actually transform the experience of visitors?
Yeah. First of all, are you hearing me? Yeah, okay. I would say that no. The sector is still not totally ready for these kind of technologies. Not all of the companies are like BPI or like Malaga as a destination. In the case of the BPI that you were mentioning, you were kind of the FOMO effect, like fear of missing out. And with your case, you know a lot about that, and you know that actually there's a potential, huge potential on that, and you mentioned that. But not all the sector is like this. I still feel that they're still, I would say, they're still traditional. Sometimes they know about it because they see, Metaverse is a buzzword right now, and it's everywhere. I mean, it's not only because Meta is investing 100 Bs or Microsoft is investing 70 Bs, and there's so many venture capitalists that are investing in startups that are betting on Metaverse. So this is really happening. It's here now. So I think that people just in this sector just start to look at it and start to be curious about it. They see the numbers, they hear about the numbers, but they are not totally, I would say, most of them, totally not prepared. I think that, I mean, if we think that all of these numbers of the investment are here, and that, for example, if we look at platforms such as Roblox, where we have 43 million daily users, this is massive. So if we think about this, we cannot ignore this. It's not only from the side of the investors and the companies that are going this way. The consumers are going this way too. 43 million daily users per day. It's unbelievable. So I think that the ones that are enthusiastic about it like us, we really believe that there's no other way to be, and we really need to be there. And we have a role here. We startups, we tech companies, we destinations that are already using that have a role on building this awareness, but we are still not totally there, I believe.
Yeah. Great point. I'm also one of the contributors to Roblox that actually has sales like something like 2 billion a year just for a game for kids. But I think we should take this seriously. Yeah. Thank you very much for your ideas on this. I always see technology as surf. I'm not much of a surfer, but there is a secret for catching the good wave. Not many times before the wave, but not only when the wave is already here. So my question to you, Jonathan, is how did the idea of going into this project got, and were you sure that you were on the right timing to catch the right wave?
Yeah, the idea comes from the idea on becoming much more, let's say, known. We have Seville next to us. That is a nice city, but Malaga is nicer. And we have Madrid and Barcelona, and we are very popular as a hidden gem for nationals. But for the international, specifically, if we look to the West, Americans and Asians, we have the same heritage as Granada and Seville, but we were not popular, even being the oldest city in Spain. So we said, okay, how to get awareness, how to become an aspirational destination. And the opportunity came when we linked the 639 companies in the city and the top 50 startups on technology that are based there in the National Contents Pool of Digital Innovations in the year of Picasso. We thought at the team and we said, come on, this is the best way we can do it. Everybody knows Picasso, but almost nobody knows outside of Spain that Picasso was born in Malaga, not in Madrid, not in Italy, not in France, not in Barcelona. So that was the best way to do it, and the best way to lead the cultural tourism for worldwide for this year. So we said, okay, this is the best opportunity. Let's make people travel to the Picasso's world, and let's make people experience amazing opportunities and digital experience that they can redeem once they come to the city. So how to amplify? We got these partners, airlines, top travel agencies. So this is the best moment. Yes, we are a living lab for technologies in Europe currently, and we are going to really hack everything coming to the city from these companies. And that was the best point and the best idea. And as we were talking in the back before, I want to, before to finish, I want to say just 2 things. I don't know, guys, if you know which is the most visited destination in the world? The country, sorry. Most visited country in the world?
France?
No. Iberian Peninsula. If we sum up Spain and Portugal, we are by far the most visited destination in the world. So these technologies from Nest, from Spain, communications, let's build it up much more to become unique destinations. You know, this is something very interesting. You know where we're receiving Americans? Last year was the 6th market. This year is the 2nd market in Malaga. They come through Lisbon, through TAP. So we have much more things that we can work in, and we are not doing it. So let's go for that. Also in these technologies, that we will lead the technology and the innovation in Europe by far. So it's something important. Opportunity is here, and we have to get the most of it.
Thank you, Jonathan. We are 44 seconds out of our time, but I think I still have 30 seconds for the conclusion on this. And the conclusion is quite actually nice. First, technology is there, it works, and can deliver value. I think that's a very important point for us that have to take a decision in investing or not. It exists, and we have good use cases to test it. Second, customers want, and new generations want it even more. So think about new generations and the role. Those are our future customers, so we have to think about it. One thing that I don't resist to do a provocation to Jonathan, he talked about Seville. Competition matters. We should compete. We should have the aim to be better than our neighbor. That's nothing wrong about it. But for that, we need to actually be on the first. See what they are doing and try to do better. That's, I would say, very good lesson. I don't know if you agree, but that's my point. Another very important point, and I think this meeting is actually, this conference is an excellent opportunity for this, is ecosystem matters. Jonathan mentioned the whole ecosystem in Andalusia and in Malaga that he's working on. That's where the solutions come on. That's very good. We have Mafalda with XPlora, which is on there, knocking at doors to sell that product. We have a bank that is also engaging. So it's not only about we alone doing things. That doesn't work anymore. We have to work it together. And finally, BP will not forgive me for this, but funding is also there. They are open to help companies to thrive on this. So we were a very short panel, 2 minutes and 35 seconds out, but I believe our speakers will be around for any question. Thank you very much, guys, for making so efficiently, and thank you very much for you to being here with us. And well, let's innovate, let's contact, let's do different new things, let's be more competitive. Thank you very much.